Today we're going to learn a little bit about North Carolina. We're going to learn what's going to be happening in the 2022 midterm elections, and especially we're going to learn about the Carolina Federation. In this historic moment, we have a responsibility to really step up and hold the line against what Donald Trump and his supporters are trying to do in our country. And we all know what's at stake, from climate change and police accountability to healthcare and voting rights. And these are the reasons why I'm doing this and why this is so important to me. Is North Carolina demographics. This is a very diverse state. And here is the political breakdown of the state. Actually, there's a plurality of Democrats, but there's also a huge number of unaffiliated people. And so figuring out how to bring those folks along, get them to register and vote for our candidates is also going to be key to figuring out how to turn North Carolina blue. How many incumbent senators won't be running for re-election in 22? It is 5. And one of those is North Carolina's own Republican Richard Burr. And what this means is that it gives us just a teeny bit of an extra edge in flipping North Carolina to get a blue Democratic senator in 2022. Given that the Carolina Federation had over 85,000 conversations with voters in 2020, it puts us in a really good position to hopefully try to overcome that margin in 2022 if we can energize our base and register some new voters. What are the stakes in 2022 in North Carolina? Well, there's the open US Senate seat. There's 13 congressional seats. They're always up every 2 years. Currently, North Carolina is hella gerrymandered. So even though there's a plurality of Democratic voters, the Democrats only have 5 of 13 congressional districts. But in addition to this, the Carolina Federation is going to be working on local elections, state legislative seats, and of course, all this is contributing to base building for the 2024 presidential election. So it's all super important. So right now, I want to give a really warm welcome to Aaron Bryant, a regional organizer with Carolina Federation, and Melissa Norton, the operations director of the Carolina Federation.
Carolina Federation is a statewide organization that brings local people together across race, across class, and the rural-urban divide to build political and electoral power in their own communities and across North Carolina. We believe in organizing. We believe that organizing works, and that through organizing, we can build permanent progressive majorities at the local and state level. There is more than 100,000 voters of color in the state who are registered to vote, and yet for some reason or another did not vote in this past election. We want to invite them into the political process.
I have been helping to organize in New Hanover and Wilmington, North Carolina. Our process for building chapters is that we try to identify the best and brightest and most hopeful leaders in each of the counties. The Republican Party in North Carolina is a party for dictatorship. And one of the reasons why I felt and feel so called to the Federation is because the reactionary right is very serious about suffocating what is left of democracy in this state and in this country. And in New Hanover, we were able to flip that county blue to support Biden for the first time in 44 years.
Races in North Carolina are just won by the slimmest of margins. And so organizing really, really matters.
We all know how important it is what's happening in North Carolina, and how Aaron and Mel and all the good people at the Carolina Federation, they are fighting the hard fight. They are doing this not just for themselves and their communities, but for all of us in the country. And I feel that so profoundly and so intensely. I feel like the least we can do is try to provide some financial support. The Wellstone Democratic Renewal Club is committed to raising $4,000 a month from now through November of 2022 to cover the cost of a full-time organizer for the Carolina Federation, about $50,000 for the year. What we're asking folks to do is please make a monthly contribution in whatever amount you can, because we want to spread this out over the whole year, starting now and going through November 22. and possibly beyond. We're almost halfway there. The contributions that we've been asked to make to support the Carolina Federation are contributions to the PAC. It's the most unfettered money that they can use to do pretty much anything they need to do, including direct support to candidate campaigns and the like. We're offering a gift because they are fighting the hard fight and they're providing the leadership and they're doing the work that we wish we could do. Give in to your best impulses. Be generous. The Carolina Federation is supporting candidates all up and down the ballot from the local level to the federal level, and they're not going away after Election Day. They're going to be here from year to year, year in and year out. They persist. And this is the kind of group that can make a transformative difference in North Carolina. North Carolina can make a transformative difference in the United States. And I'm hoping that we can make a difference for the Carolina Federation. Email updates about the Carolina Federation's successes and activities every month or two over the next year, and keeping you informed on what they're doing and how your money is being used. And we really want to build a relationship here that is not just a one-time, cash infusion, but is an ongoing relationship. There will be opportunities for us to help with phone banking and text banking and probably postcards and even canvassing if you can buy a plane ticket to North Carolina. We'll see about that. I'll be happy to talk to anybody that wants more information. I can talk on the phone, I can talk on Zoom. If you do know people that would be interested in donating and want more information, please think of me.